Hey loves! So I'm back with another tutorial, sort of, maybe. This video is like an amalgam of a couple different things. So a sweet girl here, my sweet friend here, Zara, asked for some tips on like heat-proof, sweat-proof makeup. Lydia commented that she'd love to see a tutorial using the Illamasqua Reflections palette. I am completely tired of winter, ready for some warmer weather, and oh, I want to try out the new Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. So we're going to put all those things together. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. It has a name by the time you're watching it, but that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to do our makeup, talk a little bit, try some things out, and see how it goes. So yeah, let's just get started. Hopefully I can make this not a super long video, but who knows. Mine are always super long. So let's get started. I'm going to start out by doing my face, and it's going to be sort of a really simple face. So in the summer or warmer months, try to put as little as possible on your face because you are going to be sweating. So that's why I'm trying the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I just got a little sample from Sephora. I'm finicky about face products, so it's nice that Sephora, or at least the ones near me, have been so sweet in offering lots of samples. So this guy's in the shade Tawny, and because it's a tinted moisturizer, I'm just going to apply it with my fingers, and it's actually not a bad color match. It is a little bit darker, but you guys know me. I like the colors to be a little bit darker on my skin. Like I like a little beige, golden undertones in them. And it smells sort of like baby wipes. Like, you know that smell? It's like clean, and sort of, I don't know, goes a little bit fragranced. And it's covering actually quite nicely. I think I like this guy. It's a little bit, it's not like super liquidy. It's a little bit heavy, not heavier, more solid maybe. So it is like I have to work it in a little bit, but I am liking it so far. And I know that it's this tinted moisturizer, so here's a little review, first impressions thoughts. It's $55 here in Canada, so probably what, around like $50 in the US? But you don't need that much to cover your whole face. And I like that it's buildable. So the girl at Sephora did say that it would be buildable, and I do find that I could probably actually make it quite buildable. So you know, you could put it on sheer like this, but you could build it up if you wanted more coverage. But I'm really liking it so far. It doesn't feel heavy. I don't feel super moisturized. Like it doesn't feel like I'm putting actual moisturizer on, but it's not drying either. So I actually like it. It does have an SPF in it, which is nice, so that it's sort of your one-stop shop in the morning. But yeah, no, I'm liking it pretty well. So Zara, if you are going to go out in a warmer climate, because you're saying it's really warm right now, where you're at, so I would set at least my T-zone. In the summer months or the warmer months, you don't want it too matte of a finish. So I would set it, I would probably use something like the MAC Prep and Prime, just like a translucent powder, not something sort of beige colored or what have you. Get my brush. Just to keep it nice and light. So sort of patting your brush in there on a powder brush and just pushing it in. So don't like pull at your makeup, but just push it in so that you don't ruin all that work that you just did. I wear glasses and I do get a little bit of sort of, sorry, it's gonna be weird, but I do sweat like right under my eyes, so I do put a little bit of powder, whatever's left over, just in that area, and push it in so that it doesn't really go anywhere. And honestly, that's all I do on my face. If you have dark circles that really bother you, or any problem areas and stuff, and you want to conceal them with concealer, then go ahead and do that. Something like a mineralized concealer, like from MAC, like the more liquid ones, might again help with that moisturizing effect and that dewy effect in the summer, as opposed to something sort of too greasy that might end up looking oily. I would go with something like that. I hope that made sense. So that for me is my face done. I'll go back at the end and put on some blush, but that's really my face makeup done. in the warmer months and when I'm sort of heading out the door. So let's do the eyes, and hopefully those will be just as quick and simple. I'm going to start with priming my eyelids, and I've got my Urban Decay primer potion. Again, you can use any sort of cream shadow base. The e.l.f. has like a $1 primer, any kind of primer. But again, when it's warmer out, I prime every day, but especially when it's warm out, you do want to make sure to prime so you're not sweating through your makeup or letting it crease. Definitely a good idea to do some priming. And I do tend to take whatever's left over on my finger and put it underneath just a little bit, looking up so that you don't get any in your eye, just because I feel like I do get a little bit of fallout with whatever color I put underneath my eye, and this helps it just sit in place a little bit better. So okay, and then taking I'm taking my Illamasqua Reflection palette, which I sort of showed in my Illamasqua eyeshadow review demo video, which I'll link down below. I'm going to take my favorite 217 brush, and I'm going to start off with this lighter brown color and put that all over the lid. So I love these shadows because they're nice and creamy. Like, they do look like powders, and you do get, like, when you tap off, you do get a little bit of powder sort of floof come off of them, but they are nice and creamy, like like a cream. So they're almost like, if you guys have seen any of the Chanel, what do they call them? Illusion d'ombre. They're sort of very similar in consistency to that, but a lot cheaper than those guys. And I don't know, I like the color range of these guys. So again, in the summer months, Sarah, you'll want to use more cream type products on your eyes. I find that, again, limiting the amount of powder, for me at least, it's not a rule, but it's just what I found. If I can limit the amount of powder on my face, generally it helps me out. So these guys will be a cream shadow, they'll stick a little longer, but they're not pure cream shadows, so they don't crease quite as much. And I tend to do just like a soft, easy sort of look, especially when it's warmer. I don't want too much makeup on my face, so soft, easy, neutral, and then a pop of color on the lip. But yeah, I'm just gonna blend that in, and we'll be off to the races. And then I'm going to take a big big fluffy brush. This is the Bobbi Brown Eye Blender, and that lighter brown color here. And then sort of just gently dust it all over to give just a little bit more shine and warm it up a tiny bit. So I'm not doing a crease, like I'm not doing a cut crease. I'm not doing anything too major, just something nice and soft with these shadows. While we're talking about this palette, what I love to do sometimes too when I'm doing a bit of a more dramatic look is I'll take the whitish color in the palette and I'll put that on my brow bone as well, and then I do usually do like a cut crease with it as well, and it looks really nice. So it's a nice palette because it can do sort of a really soft eye. You can also build it up. There are no mattes in it though, so you would have to reach for a matte color in that crease or what have you, but otherwise I really like it, and I like the consistency of these shadows a lot. Yeah, what should we do next? Let's line our inner waterline. I don't have a flesh toned pencil, like eye pencil. So I'm going to use my Naked lip liner from MAC and just go in line them. We've talked about this before. I've used lip liners in my eye area and I really don't mind them. You guys might get irritation, so try it out. It's not like you're going to do damage to yourself, but definitely if you have any irritation, don't do it. Rimmel does a really great nude eye pencil. That's affordable, so if this technique doesn't work for you, try that for sure. And then let's do lower lash line. I'm gonna do again a trick that I use to sort of beat the heat if you want. I'll start with the pencil. This is Urban Decay's 24/7 in Chaos, and I'll start by using that as sort of a base and then put my shadow on top of it. Look in here. So again, I line usually up to like halfway to my the halfway point of my eye, just so as not to close it off too much. And what I like when I take a color pencil is I'll actually wing it out a little bit, so it'll give me a nice pop of color underneath my eyes and sort of brighten up that area a little bit. So just wing it out a tiny bit. And you can always go back and blend that out with your brush if you found that it's too harsh. And yes, it does look really harsh right now, but don't worry, because we are going to add some shadow on top. Whoop, and then blend it out. So the one, I'm going to use the blue in this palette, and I've got it on a MAC 212 brush. So I'm going to pat that on top and blend, just to sort of soften that line a little bit. So I know this might be a little bit much for everyone. You can definitely use a darker, like a darker blue or a brown underneath instead of this blue if that seems like too much for you. But I love color, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put on some mascara. If you do find that you have a lot of transfer with your mascara in the warmer months, sort of on your lower lash line / cheek area, try a waterproof formula. I don't really have that too much, so I'm just going to use my mascara that I'm using at the moment, which is their Real, which I really love. Thumbs up this video if you guys want to see like a, I think I've said this in another one, but thumbs it up if you want to see a review on this guy and like how I apply it sort of in depth and what have you. Okay, so with mascara done, I'm usually sort of done with my eyes. I don't, on like low maintenance, sort of hotter days, I don't tend to do much else with my eyebrows other than brush them out. So I'll just use the spoolie at the end of my Anastasia Brow Wiz and just make sure they're all going the right way. I got nothing stray and all that kind of fun stuff. If you find that you have shorter brows or thinner brows and you want to fill them in, just add a little bit of powder to them, but nothing too drastic because the rest of your makeup's pretty soft. And again, we're trying to limit the amount of stuff on our face. So yeah, that's eyes. Cheeks, I will a lot of the time use cream blush, which not everyone's comfortable with, but I like it. I can put it on with my fingers. It helps because my skin's nice and dry. I'm out the door, it's quick and easy. I wanted to put a little bit more color on my face, so I'm going to opt for Tangerine blush by Burberry, which I really love. It's nice and coral without being too bright of a because I want to put a nice bright lip on. So I'm just going to take that on my blush brush, and I'm going to put that on my cheeks and just pull it back, and nothing again too dramatic, just a little bit of color so you have something going on in that area. Another really great tip I heard about blush this week to make it seem like you're sort of glowing and fresh skinned is to take the brush you use to put on highlighter. With this look, again, I'm not doing highlighter, it's quick and easy out the door, but if you are applying a highlighter, or even if you're not and you just want a more glowy color on your cheeks, take that brush that you put your highlighter on with and then sort of blend it in really softly. It'll give just a little bit of a luminosity to those cheeks and that sort of nice, bright, healthy glow look. So lovely tip that I heard this week that I thought I'd share with you guys. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna put my glasses back on so I can put some lipstick on, and we'll have lipstick and then we'll be good to go. Again, I'm using should tell you, Shamless, which is the new one of the new Revlon Colorbursts that I picked up at the drugstore, and I'm really liking it. I like the format, I like the color. The smell has like a minty kind of smell, so if you're not into that, you might not like these guys. But I'm gonna stop talking and put this on. Okay, yeah, so that's the look all done. The only complaint I have about those Colorburst sort of lip, whatever they call them from Revlon, is that because it's sort of in that chubby pencil format, it doesn't sharpen really well. So sometimes I do have to go back in with a pencil to sharpen up those lines a little bit. Yeah, like unlike the Buxom sort of twist up pencils, these guys don't have a sharpener. So that's my only little, I guess, complaint about them. But the colors are lovely, and yeah, I like them. So that's my finished look. Let me know what you guys like to rock in the summer months. Let's dream about the sunshine and the warm weather together, shall we? Hope you enjoyed. Let me leave you with my 3 points of positivity for the day. So the first has got to definitely be making a lot of sweet new friends here on YouTube. I've never been the girl with a lot of friends. I've sort of had 1 or 2 really close friends for as long as I can remember. And so it's really nice to get to meet all of you sweet girls who I do honestly consider to be my friends. Anyone who takes the time to watch me ramble, to leave sweet words of encouragement can be called nothing less than a friend. So thank you, and I'm so grateful for that. The second thing that I'm grateful for has got to be some new scents from Bath & Body Works. They've got some great scents out, you guys. Like, it's ridiculous. I picked up some gelato flavored candles. I like to burn candles while I'm editing videos and what have you, so I'm excited to burn those guys. What else did I get? Oh, some pink macaroon flavored hand soap. Lovely sort of sweet scents for the warmer months, or dreaming about the warmer months. It's a huge plus. And then the third thing that I'm grateful for is it's a long weekend this weekend, which means I get to sleep in, I get an extra day off, which means more filming. All good things, all exciting stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys are grateful for. As always, have an amazing day. And let me remind you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye guys.